Okay, I'll just wait till we get people in here. Okay, so I decided not to get on video for lots of reasons, y'all, but I don't know when I'm gonna do another video. I'm gonna just tell y'all that. But I had to do this video. I had to do this video because I'm telling y'all, look, some of y'all don't realize, okay, like this time period is one of the worst time periods. Some of y'all are thinking this time period is real abundant when it's not, y'all. It's not. Okay, it's an illusion. Let me tell y'all something. A lot of people, like most of the world, is just running their mouth. There's a lot of talking, there's a lot of socializing, but there's not that many people actually creating. There are places that say it create, but they're not creating there. A lot of people are not even putting in the time on themselves like they can and should because they're too busy thinking that the whole world is their unpaid therapist. They're too busy talking and listening to people who are just getting them hooked on their talking. Y'all, I'm telling you no lie. One of the first things I did to have a breakthrough recently is to cut way back on listening to random people, like online or offline, like cut way back. Okay? See, during my time growing up, we were talking to people that we knew. We didn't talk to strangers like that. Like we didn't. We talked to people who was in our group, in our clique. We weren't running around for person to person X and everybody's opinion and advice. We weren't supposed to be doing this, y'all. Like all this running around, listening to all these different people. We were supposed to go get books and look up stuff. Like actually move our bodies to walk around the library, get books, and actually sit and research and hear our own mouth. When you start to hear your own mouth more often, way more than you're hearing influencers and YouTubers and people in these streets, you'll find that when you talk to God, your communication is stronger. You'll also start to figure out how you've been getting in your own way. You won't need people to tell you. You will figure it out. You will start to get to know you a lot better. You will start to see your life more clearly, the problems clearly. You think you're seeing them clearly because you got all these different people talking to you, like online, YouTube, and all that. It's not, y'all. It's causing interference. It's interfering with your communication with your higher self and with God. Okay? There's parts of your childhood and the old versions of you that was actually working for you. But you can't even hear them speak to you because you got all the echoes of all these different people in your consciousness. And this is real talk. Okay? You have to have less people, you have to have less voices of people, random people in your consciousness. You have to kick them out. You have to kick them out. If you feel like your mind is wandering and you don't know what to do, instead of just surfing, play music that keeps your spirit up. When your spirit up is up, the answers will come as long as your spirit is up. What are your things to do every day is to keep your spirit up. You don't have to listen to people to do that. You can listen to music. You don't have to listen to influencers and teachers and gurus and counselors. Music soothes the savage beast. Music is powerful at healing and connecting you with your best version of yourself and God. Okay? We have to get back to music. Back to music and back to the arts. And that's what I did, y'all. That's what I did. I watched a video on watercoloring, watercolor art. I just sat in here sometime and just was singing my favorite songs. I played all my favorite jams, even from the 90s and the 80s, songs that were high vibrational, no low vibrational stuff. And I found that it was like it instantly fixed my cortisol. Okay. I noticed over the past like couple of weeks, when I had my voice in my head most of the time, and I was doing all the things that was fun to me, even if it wasn't in this time period, I noticed my cortisol levels were healthier. I just noticed everything started to get fixed. Like all of a sudden, like when I would normally get hungry, I'm not hungry. When I would be worried and worried about this and that, I'm not worried. When my self esteem would be a little shaky, it ain't shaky. A lot being around what is truly you is how you're going to have those breakthroughs. Right down to the foods, the music, your friends, your company, the people you listen to, they all have to exist in the time that your heart chakra exists in. Just because you in this time period don't mean that you're in this time period, y'all. Like this is the realest talk. Some of y'all got sadness because you cannot connect to this time period. The things that people are doing today, you ain't feeling it. And you trying to force yourself to go along with it and fit in and it ain't working. Just stop trying to fit in with a part of this time period in society that you know you don't belong in. Don't apologize for checking out. Don't apologize for like not knowing what's on the news, not knowing what's on what news, what new movies out. Don't apologize for like not knowing who the latest viral YouTuber guru person is. Don't apologize for none of that. Ignorance is bliss at times, y'all. Ignorance, you can benefit from ignorance. Okay? Like this is the realest talk. I hope y'all listening to this. I really hope y'all listen to this. Okay, your life has to be over flooded with things you enjoy, not things that will distract you from your any trauma, not things that will distract you from your mistakes, but things that will actually bring you joy so that when it's time to deal with your trauma, you feel empowered. You feel like you're unstoppable. When it's time to do work on yourself, hard work, this difficult work, you're ready for it because you're showing up with the feeling of joy already. See, half the world is not even prepared to deal with their demons because they don't have that feeling of acceptance of thyself, acceptance of thy true self, regardless of who everybody else is around you. I was listening to people, and they were always forcing me to listen to music they were playing, forcing me to eat food that they cooked. It was just real weird stuff. But I said I quit. First thing I've decided to do is say no when I feel like saying no. I don't even care who it hurt no more, y'all. I don't even care. That's how we were in the 90s. If we wasn't feeling it, we wasn't feeling it. If no meant no in the 90s. When we said no, we meant it. We didn't play no games with that word. But it's like, nowadays it's like people want to punish you for saying no. So the very first thing is to say no whenever you feel like it. No, I don't feel like eating that. No, I don't feel like going. No, I don't want to watch no movie. No, I don't want to go there. No. People are going to call you conceited. We were all called conceited and arrogant in the 90s. Everybody thought the women was arrogant and arrogant because we would say no in a minute. Like, no, I don't want to date you. No, I don't like you. No, I don't like that. Now it's like everyone's like, I can't say no because people are scared to lose people because they're like, I'm not going to get anybody else. Who cares? So that's the first thing. Like, say no, y'all. Say no. Say no whenever you feel like it. Be excited when you have a chance to say no. Second thing is look the way you want to look, like for real. Don't look the way you look because your culture and society tell you to look that way. You look in the way that you enjoy looking, that you like to look. Unapologetic. Okay? I think that people are voicing too much their opinions at any time online, and it's affecting people's natural identity choices. This has to stop. Like a lot of people are thinking their opinions matter to anybody and everybody when it don't. Like it should matter. Like all this talk about people's hair textures, face structures, body shape, makeup. So what? Like people can do what they want to do. It's like we weren't talking about that back in the 90s and the 80s. We didn't care about that. Like we weren't like, ooh, you got makeup on, ooh, you got a mohawk. It was like, go ahead and be you, boo. We good. Like be you. I'm not bothered by you being you. I'm not doing people who got something to say about me being me. That's the third thing. If somebody pick over my looks one time, I'm cutting them off instantly. If they say anything about me, I don't care if they think they're right. Instantly cut. I'm not even going to have a discussion with them. And I hope y'all in that energy too. Okay, I hope y'all get in that energy. No one should be able to just start talking to you about your hairline or a bump on your face no. Okay, that's rude and it's inappropriate. You didn't ask them, so they shouldn't have nothing to say about your body. Unless they see something like dangerous about it, okay. But no one should have nothing to say about how you look unless things are really out of control with your looks. Like you're at an unhealthy weight level, like you're like 300 pounds, you look real sick, okay. But nothing else. People today have ways of doing sneak attacks on you and making you think that they're for you by giving you unsolicited criticism about your looks. That's like a thing now. Like, why do you have a relaxer in your hair? It's like, I didn't ask you. Why are you showing your 4C hair? Because I want to. I didn't ask you. Start cutting people off who give unsolicited opinions all the time. Like, for real, don't even take all the time for me. One time, they're done. If I want your opinion about my looks and me, I will ask you for it. Okay, that's the third thing. This might be hard for some of y'all. Cook your own food. Cook your own food. Like I'm telling you, no lie. Cook your own food, or have somebody who you can tell what to cook for you. If you cannot tell that person what to cook for you, they shouldn't be cooking your food. Like straight up. Like that. Like back in the 90s, if we didn't like what somebody cooked, we didn't eat it. We would go to the store and get some chips and be like, I'm good. I'm not eating that food. Have some respect. When you don't take charge of your diet, you don't have no self-respect. Okay, this is real. Everything starts with diet. Every breakthrough that you want begins with the diet. So, hold on, y'all. I'm trying to see who's coming through the door. Don't even be a people pleaser. If you don't like somebody's food, if you don't want to eat it, if you don't want to eat, don't eat. Like literally take control of your diet today. Okay? Look, there was plenty of illnesses back in the 90s. A lot of people wasn't getting it. It's because everybody was like all about their diet. We would go ridiculous amount of hours without eating. Okay? I'm on video, so you know. They can't see you, but you don't want to put your private information out loud. Okay. I'll see you in a minute, okay?
Okay.
All right. You see how I respect my family's boundaries? Immediately I told them I was on a live video. That's another thing. People who don't respect your boundaries. That's something I'm not doing anymore either. Okay? People that keep being in my business, want to say something about mistakes I made in the past, want to keep on talking about, try to make me feel like I'm not as good as I used to be, or remind me of my losses, or talk about me and my family. I'm not dealing with those people. Instant cut off. If somebody reminds me of my mistakes and losses, they're cut. I hope y'all feel the same way about that one. That's a serious one. That's a serious one. If you make mistakes, you're allowed. You're human. You shouldn't have to be reminded by friends. Friends shouldn't be reminding you about your mistakes. They should be like trying to get you out of it. They should be trying to help you through it. You know, if you used to be 300 pounds and you ain't no more, you should never hear about it from your friends. They should not be sitting around saying, "Yeah, I remember when you was 300." No, 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 y'all. I ain't doing that no more. I cut off 2 friends recently over that for life. I've been going through my little checklist, asking myself, is any of these people doing this? And I'm immediately blocking their numbers. This is the week of surrendering and letting go. One of the things that people forget to let go during the waning moon is people. People will let go of clothes that they don't like, bad eating habits, addictions. They will leave their jobs, but they forget to let go of people. They keep people around, and then they end up getting set back again, and they're like, okay, why am I set back? So I'm telling y'all, now here's another thing. This is another thing that I did recently. Okay? Now, some of y'all may think this is like a seated or bougie or whatever, but I really don't give a damn, to be honest, y'all. If you ain't trying to have a glow up, I don't want to deal with you. If you comfortable being stuck, if you dwelling in the stuckness, if you know that you need to lose weight and you still shoving cake down your mouth over and over again, I don't want to deal with you. It's not that I'm judging you. It's just that you're an anchor on me. I feel like how are we going to help each other? Like how? You're not going to help me. Okay? You're probably just going to take from me, take energy from me. So I feel like this. If somebody ain't trying to have a glow up, they can't be my company, y'all. I'm not saying I'm better. I just don't want the anchor on me. And I hope y'all feel that way. I hope y'all in this energy. Like, are you, friend, are you keeping your hair neat? Are you trying to get those teeth fixed? Are you at least making dentist appointments for your teeth? Are you going to the gym? Are you on a diet plan? Like seriously. Like, do you try to look nice at least a couple days a week? At least 3 days a week, do you try to look fly? If you don't, I can't deal with you. I'm from a generation where Thursday through Saturday, we always look fly. And definitely on Sundays because we went to church. I'm going to keep it real. So for my mindset is, if you don't care about dressing your best, the best you can dress 3 days a week, then you're probably not for me. Okay? All right? Because let me tell you something. The percentage of lack of care adds up. Okay? The percentage of only treating yourself like you're average adds up. So if you're going 6 days a week and you're just like in that average treatment of my self energy, then that's exactly where you're going to be make that a habit. Okay? And then if I hang out with you 4 days a week and I'm fly, you might get jealous of me. You might feel insecure. Okay? You might get catty. You might be uncomfortable. And I'm not going to apologize for looking fly when you're not. So that's another thing. If you can't spend at least 4 days a week leveling yourself up, then I can't hang with you. I'm just serious. I'm dead serious, y'all. All of this might sound ruthless, but you are You are the average of 5 people you be around. You will always get part of their manifestations. You will always, when you're around people all the time, their energy become yours. So this is why you have to be like this. Okay? And I want friends and people that's like, I don't really want to see nobody unless I look real good. I'm like, okay, you're the type of person I want to be around. You're the type of person I want to be around. Like, let's both go to the hair salon together. Let's both go to the gym together, or we just need to stay in each other's houses separate and talk on the phone. Because we ain't going to do nothing for each other but get on each other's nerves because we both look like crap and we both feel like crap. You feel the way you look. You will always eventually feel the way you look. So I feel like this. I want friends who are about, okay, couple days a week, did we try to take good care of ourselves? Did we? Did we? I made a vow to myself this year that I will not go one day, and I mean not one day, with my hair undone. I don't care. I don't care. World War II can break out. And best believe I'm going to get that hour in to bust my hair out. I feel like your crown is something that you need to have some dignity and self-respect. I think it's disrespectful not to respect your crown. It's disrespectful to God. So I feel like as a woman and even as a man as well, we have to get back to, like, instead of listening to people talk about God and the crown chakra and all of that, I need to take care of my own crown while I listen to God. I can play the gospel stuff. I can play the gospel records. I can listen to the scriptures while I bust out this crown. We need to get back into that energy. Like, that's how we used to do it in the 90s. My mother would play records, that was spiritual, that was spiritually uplifting while she was busting out our hair. We need to get back into that energy. Okay, I don't know if any of y'all feeling me in any of this. Any of y'all feeling me in this? Anybody feeling what I'm saying? Some of y'all may think this sound like real conceited, but we can all use a little bit of conceitedness. All divine ones could use a little bit of, actually a little bit more self-absorbedness. We're not as self-absorbed as we think we are. If we're running and doing all this surfing and streaming and listening to these people, all these different people, and running and catering and crying and complaining, we're not as self-absorbed with self-care as we think we are. I think we need to get deeper into that, and that's what I'm doing. I would rather have one bag of nice clothes than have 50% of the stuff I just kind of like. I ain't doing kind of like no more. Life is too short to do kind of like. It's too short, like, I kind of like this food. No, I don't got time for kind of like. I don't got time. And let me tell y'all young women, y'all ain't gonna feel what I'm saying. Because y'all, it's like you get timelined when you're young. Okay? You don't see the significance of how precious your time is. But when you hit that 35-year-old mark, it's going to hit you like a tidal wave, how precious your time is. And then you want to think about stuff I'm saying in this video. Somebody say felt and feeling. So I'm telling you, you don't got time for kind of likes. You don't got time for that. Okay? You don't got time for it. If you over 35, stop doing kind of like. Stop doing that kind of like this person. No. You should be excited, enthusiastic to have that friend. You should be excited, enthusiastic to listen to that music. Excited, enthusiastic to eat at least 90% of your food. You should be excited, enthusiastic to wear the clothes you're wearing, the jewelry, because all that adds up. Okay, that's how you become powerful. The collectiveness of I'm excited and I'm really loving all this different stuff and things about my life, that makes me powerful. that is my protection from the devil. Like to protect me from the devil. So when you doing that kind of like and almost like it and all that, you start to become energetically vulnerable to low vibrational energy. This is this is some deep stuff for y'all. I hope y'all are listening. Look, most of the people that y'all hanging around that y'all know is doing too much of stuff they shouldn't even be doing. A lot of people got too much food on their plate per meal. They listening to too many videos a day. They doing too much of everything that's not even working for them. So one way how you get protect your glow up is you when you look at to see what everybody else doing, you probably need to do less than them. Like when you look at your friends' plates when you're out to eat, and if they're not real skinny, you probably need to eat less than them. Like serious. If you got friends whose hair stay the same length and it's like or it's just always breaking and it looks unhealthy, but they're wearing wigs, you probably should wear wigs less than they're wearing them. If you ever don't know how you're not having your blood breakthroughs and glow ups, just look at your friends. Just look at everybody you with. Okay, you can kind of see where the influence is coming from. Start. What I found out is start inspecting people before rushing into love. Like I need to investigate. I need to investigate your behavior and your habits today before I rush into love. Because if I rush into love before investigating your behavior, then I'm saying that that your behavior is welcomed into my life, even though I don't even know how you want to be. No, the first few hours of me seeing anybody, that's first 30 minutes on a lunch date is me checking that behavior. I don't even like you or care about you until I check your behavior. That's how I feel now. Till I check your behavior. How do you eat? How much food you gonna put on that plate? How ghetto you gonna be? How disrespectful? How real smuggish you gonna be? Then I can maybe after I find out that then I can decide how to open my heart chakra. But y'all better start getting control over the blossoming of your heart chakra. You can actually control it. And you control by first saying, what do I know? What do I know and do not know before I let this heart chakra be open to this person today? Maybe today ain't a day I'm supposed to be open to this person. I won't know if I don't relearn them for this moment today. Hi everybody. Exactly. See, it's time to learn people before we just rush in and give them so much power in our life. See, let me tell y'all something about my generation. I'm not a baby boomer. Okay, I'm not a baby boomer. But my generation, we were pretty ruthless with cutting people off. Like, oh, I see your behavior. I ain't talking to you again. We were cutting people off on a weekly basis. Okay, the women of the 90s were like, I don't like your attitude, you're cut. There's some bitter grown men out here right now in their 40s. But they know how they were in the 90s. They know how they were. Okay, I'm not saying all men were bad. Okay, I'm not saying that. And there's some bitter grown women out here in their 40s. Because they was cut off a couple of times because they was toxic. And the same thing with the men. I ain't never had no man cut me off. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. Because I wasn't toxic. I never had a guy cut me off. Just like, oh, ghost. You know. Or I don't want to see you no more. I ain't never had that happen. But I've had to do that to guys who were toxic. But we have to stop waiting until someone has transferred so much of their energy to us to do that. You should have very little tolerance for toxicity. Your life is too short to be so tolerant to it. It's shorter. It is shorter. It's what I mean by this is shorter. When you start to really love your life, you're going to realize how short your life actually is. Some of y'all feel like life is not that short because you're just surfing YouTube. You're just doing nothing really. But when you start to make your life count, you're going to be like, damn, life is short. The existence of me being in this body is short as hell. When some of y'all decide to make your day count in the way that you want it to count, that you can look back and say you're happy you had a day like that, y'all gonna see how short your life is. Okay? I cannot tell y'all where the time went when I wrote my 400 pages of literature. When I would sit there and write poetry over the last few months, that 20 minutes felt like 1 minute. One time it felt so short that even the host said it. The lady who was running the shop was like, did anybody feel like that 20 minutes was like 1 minute? Everybody was like, yeah, yeah. But that's how tapped in we were to our passion. We were also into our passion, loving it so much that 20 minutes felt like 1 minute to everybody in the workshop. You only think you got in this amount of physical time existence because you're wasting your time. But the moment you stop wasting your time, you're going to be like, why did I ever waste my time? That's how you're going to be. That's how you're going to be. You're going to say, I wish I would have cut everybody off a year sooner. Had I had known that I could really enjoy life like this and it would go by this fast when I'm enjoying it, shoot. The average person who was living it up in the 90s cannot tell you where the time went. That's just how fast the 90s went by. That's just how fast, that's just how much fun we was having. That the days, every single day felt like we only had 2 hours. It was it was that short. Okay? So people of the younger generation today, y'all feel like, life is long, it's heavy. I'm sick of being here. That's because you waste your time. That's because you put chasing money before having a good time. You put chasing money to buy stuff before having a good time. Back in the 90s, we might have had one bag of nice clothes, but we had more fun than people today. If you really want to have the breakthroughs that you want to have, just stop buying new stuff, or just stop buying stuff every month. Like, look at $10 like it's 10,000, like we did in the 90s. When we got $20, we was like, we're going to make this $20 work. You know, we would be like, okay, get us a little $10 shirt to go with our jeans and spend $10 at the club. $5 to get in and $5 on a drink. Nowadays, everybody's like, I need to have 3 drinks when I go to the club. No, you don't. Why? This generation, this time period is a greedy generation. That's why people are miserable. People are miserable. You do not need half the stuff you have, y'all. I'm sorry, half the stuff y'all have, y'all don't need. You need more fun. You need more moments where you just let go. You just said, I'm here to actually enjoy life. Like, I'm here to enjoy life wherever I can enjoy it. I'm not really here to just be like, oh, more stuff, more people, more this. No. I'm here to just have fun. Seriously, y'all. Some of y'all gonna hit that 45-year-old mark and y'all gonna be like, I wish I had more fun. I wish I had more fun. Half of that stuff y'all got, y'all gonna be like, why did I even buy this stuff in my 20s? What the F was I doing? I'm telling you, young generation that's in y'all 20s, if you are lucky enough and privileged enough to see your 40s and survive all this stuff in the air that keeps mutating, all that stuff that you bought, that you're buying right now, that you bought from your YouTube money, YouTube checks, you're gonna be like, why did I even buy this stuff? Man, I need an estate sale. Cause I wish I would have took my money and did fun things, like straight up. You cannot take none of that stuff with you. Just bust everything down to the best that you have, make that work for a while, and just go have some fun. And the people that aren't having fun, that's standing around hating on you, they probably ain't gonna have the privilege of growing old. You probably gonna outlive them. And people that just, I find that people that want to spoil other people's fun, that never want to have fun ever, those are the people that really need the therapist. Those are the people that got one foot in the institution. They got one foot in the institution. And they don't even know it. Done. Everything you do could be fun, but you shouldn't make spending your money on stuff all the time fun. We made everything fun in the 90s. Cooking fun, doing each other's hair, doing fingernails, dancing competitions in the crib. Even going to the park, even though we were 17 years old, still hanging out at the playground. All this has to stop, y'all, and I'm out. So the other thing that I said this year, I don't want nothing to do with the ways of this generation. I'm done. Y'all, I'm gonna call y'all back. I don't know if this number is showing up on the screen. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm back. See, that was confirmation. Don't you know one of my karaoke friends from back in the day just called my phone? That's confirmation. I'm telling you no lie. God got a way of letting you know when you on track. Soon as I got in this mindset today, y'all, that I was going to do what I love and have fun, and I'm done. I don't want to hear all these different people. I'm not commenting no more. I'm not hanging in the comment section. I'm not being on Facebook. None of them. I'm not socializing online. None of that. When I decided not to do that today, all my scriptures literally went abundant. Like, no lie, y'all. And then I started figuring out solutions. All the solutions that I've been looking for, they just started coming to me, like my own problems with solutions. And then I heard, make the calls that you got to make. And I made the calls, and don't you know, like, they was able to fit me in the appointments and stuff when they couldn't before. So I'm telling you no lie, when you're not enjoying your life, when you don't find ways to enjoy your life, okay? When you use your trauma as an excuse, I know some people going to be triggered by that. But if you're still using your trauma as an excuse, then you don't want to be healed. Because if you want to be healed, you'll be doing you'll be trying different suggestions to be healed. Like if you're sick of being traumatized, you'll be taking steps to get healed. You'll be taking steps to do things that would at least help you through the trauma. And that means having fun. But if you're sitting there just dwelling in your trauma, you may actually be going into some narcissism, like vulnerable narcissism. You may be actually acting like somebody has to come in and save you. Like you're entitled to people to save you rather than save yourself. You may actually be codependent on the world or somebody. And that's not good. You should have some like say, I feel like I respect myself when I do something to manage my trauma. It's disrespectful to myself when I just soak in this trauma. You should find that very disrespectful. And I know that's something else. I know that's deep what I'm saying, but I said that gate being closed. Exactly. Exactly. See, let me tell you, when you in a glow up, when you in your power, old friends who are not in theirs, they're gonna be drawn to you. They're gonna call your phone like it's happening to me right now. Okay? Because they can't tap into my energy right now. Nobody can't tap into my energy because they have no more power over me. Because I am in, see, let me tell y'all, time is relative, okay? Time exists if you want it to exist when it comes to the time period. It's an illusion to think that you have to be with these trends of today. It's all about perspective and perception on what time you're in and what energy you can be in. Other people can say, well, this is the time period, this is the trending, but that's your belief system. That's your perspective, that's your perception of time. My perception of time is that I don't have to acknowledge the year 2025. My perception of time is that I'm still before 2001. And I'm not going to apologize for it. Okay? Freedom is also you deciding what time you will exist in. Not being because everybody wants you to be it. Now, Karen, you know, I have a family member who I admire. And I admire them for that. Like, they are still in the 70s. Like, 90% of their life is 70-ish and 80-ish. And it's like, it's so amazing to be around them because I feel like they're so refreshing. The fact that they're like always in the 70s and 80s, like what they watch, what they wear. And I think that's amazing. Okay. But I also noticed that they seem to be very unbothered, a very unbothered person. And I noticed like when they stop being in the 80s and 70s and like they get into the year 2000, I noticed like they start gaining weight and they start being like angry and miserable. But as soon as they go back to their 80s and 70s type of energy, it's like they start looking like they get this glow to them and they start looking younger. So what I'm telling y'all is stop just always going with the herd. Sometimes you gotta leave the pack and you gotta create your own path. And it's going to be a path that most people might not be like with, or they might think you crazy for being on that path. But that's the path you want to be on, so just do it. I already know that if I go out on these streets and I start telling people, yeah, I'm trying to write books for a living, I'm trying to come out with my own this and writing and all that. They're gonna think it's hilarious. Okay, I already know people probably think I lost my mind even thinking about that. You're an African American woman. Why would you even go for that? And I'm like, I don't care because that's what I want to do. You know, I want to live financially humble. I'm willing to do that while I pursue my dreams. And yeah, people are going to laugh at me. People are going to say, you're not worried that you're like, it might take you another 10 years to get rich. And you know what I have to say to them? That's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I want to enjoy my life. Of course, money might come through it, but this is how I survive. I'm doing this art stuff because this is what keeps me going. This is what keeps me seeing that life is beautiful. I want to wake up every day and live it every day. So that's why I'm doing it. But I'm not giving nobody explanations. If you want to end up having your own gallery of paintings and you want to be on welfare for a year and with your disability check on the side while you're trying to start your own gallery, go ahead and do it. Back in the 90s, nobody would laugh at you. Nobody would have laughed at you. Nobody would have laughed at you. We're living in a world where people don't even care about making wishes. It's like people don't believe in wishes anymore. It's like everybody's like, oh, no, I'm not even going to try to have a wish come true. I'm just going to go ahead and just try to do something that's safe. When there is no safe. There is no safe work choice. There is none. So you might as well just go ahead and go for your dreams. You said, what if you have a baby to raise? Why do your baby need fancy clothes? Like, I'm trying to understand that. Like, you work your 20 hours, 30 hours a week job or 20 hours a week job and get your welfare on the side. You can still take care of your baby with that. Yes, you can. Because they got government housing. They got low income housing. They got Section 8. If your baby's daddy is alive, sue him and get your child support. Get your child support. I know somebody doing it right now. I know somebody who just raised their son over the last 16 years, and all they had was one child support check, Section 8, and a disability check. That's what they had. This world is abundant in free resources. Stop, swallow your pride and go get the free stuff. We did it in the 90s. We went to the thrift stores. We went to the food banks. We ate at the food kitchens. The food kitchens. I remember my father taking me to the soup kitchen. What's wrong with that? That's more money you saving in your pocket. And I know people are saying, oh, she didn't do it. I did it. People think when I say this stuff that I didn't do it. Everything I'm telling y'all, I did. Everything I'm telling y'all, I did. Okay, I did all that. I got a free car seat. I went to Planned Parenthood for my Planned Parenthood to get free diapers and free milk for my baby. One time when my daughter got out of school earlier, I didn't get to do no shopping. I didn't have no money at the time. Me and her went right to the Rainbow Kitchen and ate. We sat and ate. What's wrong? What's wrong with that? I'm trying to understand. Like, I see white people doing it. Why, black people? Why we have a problem going in here? We got a reputation to protect for what? For what? You ain't gonna get no booty because you eating at the food bank? That's booty you don't need then. That's booty you don't need. Like, I'm trying to understand that, like, like, what is the problem? I told y'all I don't have a problem. I'm a food bank hopping queen. I can have all the food. Look, food. I don't matter if I keep food, money, or whatever in here. If there's a food bank around the corner currently giving out food, I'm going. And my neighbors will tell you. They see me get right out of my car like, wow, she got a nice car. She keep a nice car every other year, or at least every couple of years she has a nice car, but she stay going to the food bank, and I'm going to keep on going. I paid my taxes. I paid for that food. I worked. I paid for that food. So, you know, and people at the food bank ain't going to talk about you because they're at the food bank as well. Most people ain't even worried about you. Like, to be honest, y'all, most people are not worried about you had to get on WIC to get milk for your baby. Ain't nobody sitting up in their house talking about that. Don't nobody really care. People are living in illusions nowadays where they think everybody care about their suffering. A lot of people are not caring about other people's suffering. They're thinking about their own damn suffering. Okay, they're not. You just think they care. You just think that they're sitting in their home talking about you. They don't know. They might say like, oh, so-and-so, you know, she in the free program with her baby. They ain't saying, ooh, ah, they ain't even laughing at you because they worried about their own damn suffering. You know, I worked in the community service world a lot, you know, so, and my mother did too. So I've heard people stand around outside and in groups and in clubs, community clubs, and food banks and stuff. I heard people talk. They don't never be talking about nobody needing stuff. They don't talk about that. They don't talk about somebody's baby needing stuff. Ain't nobody going to care that you're standing in the line to get the free milk for your baby. They're going to be like, at least she trying, you know? Like, serious. People gonna be like, well, that lady taking care of her baby. She's standing in that long line for a free coat. Let me tell y'all, for 12 years of my daughter's life, I never bought my daughter a coat. My daughter was in Coats for Tots, Coats for Kids program for 12 years of her life. I never bought her a winter coat. And I know people are like, what? There was 2 incomes coming in my home. And even when I had to go, when I went to school and there was 1 income coming in, I still went to the food banks. So it didn't matter. It didn't even matter how much income was coming in my home. I'm just a person that will use the hell out of the government, like I will. And I'll tell anybody, like, oh, they giving out free stuff. I'm there. I don't really care what nobody say, but I'm from the 90s generation. Okay, that's why we don't care. We don't care. But this generation nowadays is like tiptoeing, like, somebody gonna talk about me. That's why y'all struggling. Yeah, exactly. Some of the best, let me tell you, the best friends you'll make is the kids that are eating at the food bank with you. The best friends, I'm telling you, no lie. The best friends you'll make is the people that's standing in the food bank line with you. And that's real talk. Some of the realest people are standing in those food bank lines. They ain't got time for games. Okay? Half of them, they like, I'm here. I'm trying to take care of business. So I ain't got time for no petty stuff. I really don't care what you look like. I don't care. You know, that's what I love about the soup kitchens and the food bank is the peaceful energy. The peaceful energy. Everybody minding their own energy. Everybody minding their own business. Sometimes when I want a little peace and I'm driving through my old neighborhood, I'll just pull over and go right into the soup kitchen, y'all. Sometimes I do it. Somebody might say that sounds like mental illness when she ain't got to be there. Everybody in the soup kitchen don't got mental illness. I would just drive over sometime and just be like, I'm gonna just go ahead and just sit. To be around all these humble people around me. It feels good. It just feels good to be around people that's like grateful to have a bowl of soup and some bread and some juice. It just feels good to be around those people. Oh, that's so sweet. My cash app is money sign Coach B Hunter. Thank you very much for the donation. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all no lies. Some of y'all think people are rich, but some of y'all don't know. Some people they just good at getting free stuff. Like some of y'all will think that some people got money. When they don't got money, they just real good at shopping at the thrift store and they're just really good at getting free stuff. Like my older sister. You would think my older sister is rich. But she shops a lot at what's it called, the red, white, and blue. She goes to the big one out here. There's a real popular red, white, and blue that if you go to on certain days when they first open, they got all this nice stuff. She goes there. She goes to the thrift stores, and she also goes to like the clothing drive, gives away giveaways and stuff. And she also goes to she gets her kids in all the free programs like free grants, free art classes. So she just gets to keep a lot of her money. You know, she gets all that. She puts her kids in all the free stuff. Like her son got like a art grant when he was little. Her daughter did like just a lot of free stuff. So she has money left of their child support checks to be able to and her part-time check. She has money to be able to live nice. And that's just the truth, y'all. The more you use free resources, the more you can actually live your life better than yesterday. See, you got to know how to work this system, which means you also got to be willing to ask your neighbors about stuff. Like, where's the food bank at around here? Do they got clothing drives? You got to go to the municipal building at the beginning of every Monday. Normally by Monday they post the stuff. You look on the billboards, okay, at the municipal building, and it'll tell you all the free stuff they got going on in the community. And you can actually also go to like your local community center, okay? You can also go, oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, they also have it on the boards in the public schools too, because they know the parents are like walking through there. So you look on their board, okay, when you're picking up your kids. They also have it at the recreational buildings where the kids go and play games at. They have boards there. They also have it at the local libraries. A lot of people don't go to the libraries, but if you go to the libraries, I'm telling you no lie. They have all the posters for the free services in your community. It's right there on the board, y'all. I got about 100 free books 2 years ago because I went to the library and I saw the flyer that said free book giveaway. And it was 2 rooms full of books and you got to look at the books and just, and then like the one room, it was like fill up as much as you can for 50 cents. So I filled up this big box full of books for 50 cents. And then they had free art classes, learn how to paint. But I was late. I was late, but I see people was in there learning how to paint and stuff. And then they also have over here, they actually got rooms for free where you can actually host your own events for free. For free. Like you don't even got to pay to rent the rooms. Because I asked the library and I said, do you got to pay to rent your rooms? She said, no. All you got to do is let us know that you want to hold your poetry event or art event, and we'll preserve the room for you that day. The libraries now are so obsolete that they don't even charge people to rent the rooms no more. Not in Pennsylvania. I even went to the library up the street. She was like, nah, nope, we don't charge to rent the rooms no more. So when people say, I don't have nowhere to sell, I don't have no place to host my classes, to sell tickets for my event, the libraries will do it. But people won't go to the libraries. When I tell y'all, look, my daughter was like, you would have thought, some of y'all would have thought my daughter was living it up. Okay. But I was so much into the free resources when I raised my daughter that it looked like she had, parents that had buku money. It just looked like it, you know, because I didn't have to pay for her coat every year, her winter coat. I was able to get her a decent pair of snow boots. So she had a nice coat and snow boots, so it looked like we had money, you know. And because I didn't have to pay for her religious classes and her spiritual classes, I had her in a program where all her religious classes was all free. Okay, I had her in a program, and that program they took her to water parks for free. They took her to like Kennywood for free. She went camping for free. The program had all this free activities for kids. And I would walk her down the hill every single day, drop her off, and she would get on the bus and she would go to Sunday school. And then they would take her to whatever field trip, to the Andy Warhol Museum or something. And so that would save me money. Sometimes I would meet her at the museums that they paid for. And I would only have to buy my ticket to get in. Or if I signed up in enough time, then I would be able to get me a free parent ticket. So it looked like I was spending money on my daughter's trips when I wasn't. When I wasn't. I was all I was paying for is to get her home from the trips. Like from the museum home, which was like $30, 30-minute ride home, 30-minute ride home. And that was it. And I had to just buy her something to eat at the museum, but usually they provided the food for the kids. But yeah, that was it. And then when family members would be like, well, what does she want for her birthday? I would say, you know what? Why don't you go ahead and cash out me some money for her graduation? So like the year that my daughter graduated, they were like, family was like, what does she want for her birthday? I was like, you know what? Instead of getting her something for her birthday, because I already got her something for her birthday, why don't you send me the money and I'll put it in her graduation money? So when my daughter graduated, okay, she had her dress paid for, her prom ticket, everything was paid for. Family members paid for it because I took some of the money that was from her birthday gifts from them. I had them send cash instead. And I took like $50 out of each of their cash and I put it into her graduation fund. And then I matched it, okay? I matched it, and then her dad matched it. So she ended up getting like 200 from me, 200 from her dad, and like 400 from the family, something like that. Okay, so she had a nice graduation, nice prom. You see what I'm saying? You got to know how to work. Y'all got to also have to know how to work y'all family members too. Y'all got to learn how to work them. Okay, be like, tell them to send. They're gonna send money for the send for kids. Say you need to send money. Okay, and tell them, hey, this is what it's gonna be for. Don't send no gifts. Okay, don't send no gifts. Don't send no gifts for birthday. Send cash, because then you can determine what to spend that cash on for your kids based upon their needs for the year. So, just start working this working the system, y'all. Go to the beauty schools. Stop going to the regular salons, y'all. Almost in every American state in the north, there's a beauty school. Go to the beauty school. Have them wash and condition your hair. Have them put some braids in or two-strand twist into your hair. Some of them even do weave. If the ponytail weave. I'm sure they can do ponytail weave at the Empire Beauty School. That's where we went. In the 90s, we went to the Empire Beauty School every 2 weeks. Sometimes every other week. So it looked like we had money. We were walking around with our hair done to perfection. At least every other week we had a new hairdo. Or every 2 weeks. We either had a stylist on wheels or we were going to the beauty school. The beauty school is half of what you pay at a salon. So you can get 2 hairdos in 1 month for the money that you pay at a professional salon. Like, that's deep though, right? That's deep. You like the weave, you like the ponytail weave? Go buy your ponytail weave from Hairmaster. Take that weave to the Empire Beauty School. Ask them who can do ponytail weaves. They'll tell you who and go to them. They'll charge you probably like $50. And that's $50 less than what the salon would charge you. Or maybe even $75 less. Like, for real, y'all. Okay? You can look expensive without even living expensive. Like, you just got to know how to do it. Like, I've heard some of y'all say, oh, that sweater is real nice. Where you get that at, Miss V? Some of y'all don't even know. Some of these sweaters I'm wearing in here is like $10. But they're literally like $60 sweaters. Because I buy them on the clearance when they're off season. And then I fold them and I put them in a plastic bag and I put them away in my closet. And because people are not really keeping up with the seasonal clothing line, no one really knows that my sweaters is from last year. No one really knows because they're new. Okay? So when I wear them this coming winter, people are like, oh, dang, that's a nice sweater. But little they know. I pay like, no more than $20 for this sweater. And this is like a $60, $70 sweater. See what I'm saying? So I look expensive, but I'm not expensive. I am expensive because the stuff I'm wearing is expensive, but I'm not spending expensive. And that's just how you do it. For real, y'all. I'm just saying, like and another thing, people, this is the honest truth. It's hard to manifest when you don't put out a vibration that you're consistent at taking care of yourself. Okay? Most people don't want to buy nothing from you. They don't want to give you nothing. They don't want to trust you with nothing if you aren't showing consistency with taking care of yourself. So even if you are not smart about buying things on clearance or whatever, and you don't have much money, you should still try to wear your best when you're going to crowded places. You know, it's just the truth, you know. And I'm gonna say something that some people ain't going to agree with me with this. Not everybody has the preferred features, you know. So look, there's nothing wrong with wearing makeup to enhance your beauty. If you feel like your features are struggling a little bit, maybe you're aging, maybe you got age marks, maybe you got bumps, go ahead and get you some makeup. Like, don't, if you can't afford the surgery to get rid of them face scars or bumps or aging marks and cracks and lines, you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. And that's what we were like in the 90s. We were like, oh, heck no, I got a pimple. I'm going to be doing what I got to do to keep this pimple from being visible. You got to do what you got to do. Okay, you losing weight, but your belly ain't going down as fast, but it's going down. Go ahead and slap on the girdle. Like I'm just saying, y'all. Like, you do what you got to do. How you work your body to make it at its best till it gets there naturally, that's your business. That's literally your business. Stop being apologetic about what you got to do to be at your best. Just long as it ain't wicked. Long as it ain't stealing from somebody or hurting somebody. But don't be apologizing about it. Like, don't. If you feel like you're trying to lose weight and you're trying to protect yourself from disrespect and you got a belly, go ahead and put on a spank. Like, go ahead and do it. Like, serious. You know, Marilyn Monroe was wearing a spank for a while. She had spank panties on until she got really lean. And nobody talks about that. Like, it's really nobody's business anyway. Like, serious. You know, you got a missing tooth and you know you got dentist work. You can actually buy you a removable partial. They're like $400. Until save up your money to get your implant teeth. Go ahead and get you a little 400, removable partial. Like, shouldn't nobody be like investigating your mouth anyway? Like, that's like real talk. Like, do what you gotta do. Your hair, you don't like your hair short, your hair broke out, but you still got enough for a ponytail, go ahead and slap a weave up in there. Like, I know y'all ain't never heard nobody say this. Ain't nobody really saying this. Everybody is trying to control how you protect your energy. But you protect your energy the way you want to protect your energy. Okay? And you probably ain't never heard nobody say this. Like, half the people on YouTube is saying, don't wear wigs, don't wear weave, don't wear makeup. Half the people is saying that is people who don't need it. That's why they telling you that stuff. They don't need it. Okay? They're coming from entitlement and privilege with the fact that they don't need it. Okay? But I'm damn sure if they needed it, they would not be telling you that. Okay? This narcissism out here is getting real strong. A lot of people will tell you, don't wear fake nails. And if you look at their nails is real, real long. And it's like, okay, that's easy for you to say. That's easy for you to say. Serious. You do what you want. It's your body. If it makes you happy, go ahead and do it. Like, for real. Just go ahead and do it. Like, it's making you happy. You getting some peace when you go outside. You feel at peace when you're around people. When you go to bed at night, you feel like you love yourself a little bit more. You didn't bring your spirit down any lower. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Wear makeup if you want to. Shoot. You don't like the texture of your hair? Go ahead and slap a perm in it. Like, for real, like, I'm telling y'all stuff. I'm telling y'all stuff that ain't nobody saying really right now. Because we living in a world where everybody's trying to control everybody. I don't do this, so you shouldn't do this. No, boo, that's what you don't do. Okay, that's what you don't do. You know, I had to check myself with that. I had to check myself with that. I had to check myself with that. Growth takes time. But I'm allowed to use the abundant resources in this world until the growth comes. I'm allowed to use these inventions until the growth comes. I'm allowed. God gave me the free will to use the artistry of this world until the growth comes. Yeah. People will be jealous of you because you willing to do, you willing to set your own self-identity rules. Do you know people will get jealous of you about that? They'll get jealous. Some people will tell you not to wear makeup because they know you look good in it. They know that you look even more better when you wear makeup. Everybody's telling you not to do certain stuff. I'm telling you, some of them is trying to hold you back. They want you to think that they're trying to, like, oh, I'm trying to improve you, but really they trying to hold you back. Serious, y'all. I hope y'all get in this energy. I really, really hope y'all get in this energy. Like, I don't even give a damn. I don't give a damn. You know, I had somebody say to me the other day, ooh, I ain't seen nobody with a flower in her hair in a long time. That's what this man said to me, y'all. Oh, you have a flower in your hair. I ain't seen nobody wear a flower in her hair on the side like that since, I said, you mean since the 90s? He said, yeah. I said, well, I'm doing it because I like it. He was like, well, go ahead, you know. I'm just saying, I ain't saying, well, you haven't seen it, did. But I'm still wearing it. See what I'm saying? People out here, people will give you unsolicited critique. Just tell those people to F off. Okay? Because while they telling you not to do this and do that, they doing stuff they shouldn't be doing. While they telling you not to wear weave, they might be at home having unprotected sex with some idiot. Somebody disrespectful. They might be drinking too much liquor while they telling you to not wear fake nails. Like, I'm serious. Ain't nobody doing, and nobody's living a flawless life. So don't even let nobody tell you who to be. Yeah, just let everybody enjoy what they enjoy, man. You enjoy weed, just go ahead and turn up on it. You enjoy it. Like, I enjoy my wine. Okay? I enjoy my wine. I had a family member say, you like to drink wine sometimes. You get that from your dad's side. I said, and? I said, so what? I like to drink wine sometimes. Why you gotta bring my alcoholic dad up in this? Like, I just looked at them like, I'm not gonna be around you no more. I just looked at them like, I'm not gonna be around you no more. They was trying to make me think because I drink wine sometime, I'm gonna end up like my dad. I'm gonna be an alcoholic like my dad. I'm like, don't even try to wish that. Don't try to speak that on me. Like, you know, it's crazy. You know, I had somebody say, you eat fish every day. You can't eat fish every day. No, you can't eat fish every day. I ain't never got sick or dropped dead from eating fish every day. You know, I literally had somebody say that you can't eat fish every day. I said, well, you better go ahead and tell a lot of people who's eating fish every day and they walking around just fine. It's just it's wild, y'all. It's wild. It is wild. I had somebody tell me, like, oh, once you hit 40, you can't wear short shorts. I wear short shorts all day. Oh, you somebody's auntie, sit your butt down if you wear short shorts. I'm like, I'll wear short shorts even in my 60s if I want to. This is like, ugh. And I have to admit, it's a lot of the black community that's being too critical, all up in each other's business, body business, money business, booty business. It's like, just let everybody just be who they want to be. Y'all, just get to this point where it be like, this is what you gotta tell yourself every day. Everybody going through stuff. Ain't nobody's life perfect, so I don't give a damn what people gotta say. I don't care what they gotta say because I know their life's not perfect. I know they're hiding it. I know. I know they're going in their house wondering, you know, is they going to get their check? You know, like, is their medication going to work? They're going to get rid of their diabetes. I know that they're in there worried about some stuff just like me. So I don't give a damn what they got to say. Y'all, it's crazy. It's straight up crazy. I stopped wearing makeup because I had people like, no, you can't wear makeup. No, you should be setting a good example. How am I setting a bad example by wearing makeup? Like, it's artistry, it's artistic. There's Native Americans wearing makeup. There is Egyptians wearing makeup. Y'all ain't saying nothing at all. Y'all don't say nothing at all when they wear it. When Asian people wear makeup, don't nobody say nothing. But why do I have to hear it? Why do I have to hear your mouth when I wear makeup? Like, shoot, I actually quite enjoy makeup. I enjoy it. And I don't enjoy it like I'm casting a spell. But I love the artistry of it. I love the way it makes me look. I enjoy it. Like some people enjoy having a little piece of pie. So I'm like, I'm not apologizing because I want to wear makeup sometime. I'm just not doing that. I'm not, y'all. I I like to be sexy sometimes. And yeah, I got a lot going on with this body, but I don't care. Just because I got enormous breasts, I'm supposed to sit up here and wear pregnant clothes? No. I've had people give me dirty looks when I wear tank tops. Like, why are you wearing that? And like you're like really busty. I can wear anything I want to wear with these breasts. I hope y'all get in this energy because I'm done. Life is too damn short to be sitting up there saying, monitoring yourself over some random people. That's wow. Yeah, they wear makeup and we don't say nothing. It's like I just want the community of color. I want us to start minding our own business. Like, you don't do women with makeup, cool. Just go to somebody that don't wear makeup and leave us alone. You don't do women, slim thick women, okay? Just go and get somebody. Like, everybody needs to just let everybody enjoy their life the way they want to enjoy it. Like, I just hope we were in that energy in the 90s. We had thick friends. We had people that was thick like salt and pepper. But we wasn't like, ooh, you should get skinny. Why ain't you skinny? Girl, you need to get skinny like me. We wasn't saying that stuff to each other. I don't know how we got here. Like, ugh, I don't know how I got this bad, y'all. I think it's like narcissism. You know, it's like, yeah, okay, you have a right to not want to hang out with somebody that don't take care of themselves. Okay, you have a right. But saying, oh, you need to be skinny like me, telling them they're not skinny enough, or why ain't they losing weight? Maybe they don't want to lose weight. But I don't have to sit there and see somebody shove a whole cake down their mouth, especially if I feel like I'm trying to keep my weight down. But I'm not going to tell that person, why ain't you losing weight? Why ain't you getting skinny? I recently cut off a friend about that. This friend I had kept on monitoring my weight. Like, they kept monitoring my weight, y'all. It was something real creepy about it. Okay, my one karaoke friend kept saying, it looked like you picking up a little weight. You getting a little thick. You getting too heavy. I was like, every time they're around me, they got something to say about my weight. Every single time. Either I'm losing too much weight, or I'm gaining too much weight, or they got something to say about my skin, or they're looking at my skin. It's like they inspecting me. I had to cut them off, y'all. I straight just cut them off. And that's another thing. I'm so glad you said that, present moment. If you want to turn up every night, go ahead and turn up, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Just because you drink wine every night, a glass of wine every night, don't mean you're an alcoholic. Like, I don't know how that got started. Like, oh, you need to have just only wine one day a week, or you're an alkie. Y'all, that's ridiculous. We drank wine at least 4 days a week in the 90s. We went out, we had drinks on Thursdays, we had drinks on Fridays, Saturdays, and we had drink after church when we had to drink the wine for Christ. We drank 3 to 4 days a week. And I'm not sitting up in here shaking and saying I need a drink and all crackhead up over no alcohol. I still go months and weeks without alcohol when I feel like it, with no problem, without any detoxing symptoms. So I don't understand that. Like, a lot of us, actually, to be honest, a lot of us would look a little better if we had a little drink 2 nights a week. Because for some reason, when you have a drink, you ain't thinking about no food. Okay? A lot of people that drink wine Fridays and Saturday nights, they ain't thinking about no food. They're not. They might eat a couple little peanuts while they drinking their wine, but they're not thinking about no food. In Egyptian, let me tell y'all something about Egyptian times. In Egyptian times, when they had their parties at night, they weren't eating no food but fruit. They was not eating no food but fruit. They smoked the lotus type of flower that was like weed, and they drank, and they had parties Fridays and Saturdays. The same things we're doing Fridays and Saturdays is what they did in Egypt. The finest women, or women, would get super fine and go to the Egyptian nightclubs, okay, and drink and eat fruit. I don't know why we ain't doing that. We know what we doing now. Know what everybody doing now? Sitting in their house on Friday night, slamming down food and watching TV. Like, knowing that they better off out of their house. You're better off leaving your house Friday night. You're better off. Like, it is so easy to slip into like really low vibration in your house Friday and Saturday nights. Unless you got the kind of house that don't keep junk food, that, that don't serve food after 6 p.m. Like my mother's house. My mother didn't play that. Like there ain't no food to eat after dinner. My mother didn't play that. After dinner ain't no food to eat. Okay? You go ahead and get some fruit. You might can get some fruit, or you go to the store and get you some chips or something. But nope. Yeah. But there's people sitting up 9, 10 at night, y'all. I'm telling y'all no lie. 8, 9 at night. And they ain't eating dinner. They already ate. Okay? They eating an extra meal. They're eating an extra meal. They watching TV and eating. They're at the movie theater every night. You're not supposed to be at the movie theater every night. In the 90s, the movie theater was a treat. We went to the movies maybe twice a month. We wasn't at no movie theater every night. Because we got all these cable channels and because we got these big 50, 60 inch screen TVs and stuff and family members who have them, we could be in a movie theater every night. And when you're in a movie theater, what do? You eat. You eat while you're watching a movie. You're eating. So I really think we need to get back to the old days where at nighttime you don't order no chicken. You're not ordering pizza. If you order pizza, everybody get no more than 2 slices. Like y'all, if I order a pizza now on Friday nights, I'm telling you no lie. Everybody getting 2 slices at the most. Okay? That's it. That's it. And it's gonna be the thin slices. Thin. You know, if people don't like me because I respect their health, then they really ain't for me. If my friend makes me a small plate of food at 9 o'clock, 9 p.m., I'm going to have more respect for that friend because they care about my health. They care about my health. So y'all also got to look at how people are treating y'all in the nighttime hours. Like them nighttime hours is serious business. They will they break or make the deal with your next day. So be careful who y'all kicking it with, what y'all doing, especially between 8 p.m. and 3 a.m. in the morning. Just be so mindful. If you feel like you're getting too low spirited and attacked in your house, leave your damn house. Like, just leave it. Like, for real. That's what we used to do. When we go home and parents and everybody be toxic, we'd be like, I'm getting out of here. We would get dressed, and by 8 p.m., we would leave the crib. Like, for real. We didn't care if we had to walk the streets. Okay? We got the hell out of there. Anything that was low spirit to us, we got away from. If we was feeling like the house and home life was too toxic, we would literally leave and we would just all go get, a 6-pack and each have a can of beer. And just kick it. We'd sit on the city steps, be sitting on the city steps, 12 a.m. at night, 12 at night, each drinking a beer, talking and laughing and talking about what we want to do in the future and stuff. Just getting away for the crib. And I think that it's time the people got back to that. Meet you some friends that want to leave the crib. Meet you friends that want to leave the city, that want to leave your neighborhood, want to leave your crib. Those are the friends who are going to get you in shape. Those are the friends who are going to distract you from any toxicity of your home. Those are the friends who are going to encourage you to look your best because you're leaving your crib and you're doing things. Those are the friends who are going to want you to meet people. Who's going to want you to have a friend. Friends that want to kick it with you outside or elsewhere. You can go to your local bar, play darts, mind your business, don't mingle too much. Play some darts, have a drink, play darts, don't complain when you lose. Respect people's boundaries and go home. Go get you a VIP ticket, a membership at a local club that's membership only. You can't live your life in fear. Living your life in fear is keeping you stuck. Saying that I'm safe at home, what? You know that walking around your home is not enough exercise. You're not meeting nobody walking around your home. Hanging out online and meet somebody, you meeting a bunch of people. There's a lot of people online fake. And you can't really pick up on their energy like you can in person. The people who are brave enough to let you meet them in person more often, them is the people you should meet. And that's real talk. Like when you want to meet me in person a lot, it's like I really want to meet you then. Because it's like I start to be like, okay, at least if you're fake, you're not afraid to be fake. Like you're not hiding it because you're trying to meet me in person. It's like we need to get back to that. Good old fashioned packing picnic baskets, or sitting on the back porch with some music, some pretzels, and some sparkling wine, and listening to the songs and talking. Got our little mosquito repellent on. Or somebody got a little fire pit in their backyard burning while we sitting there with our coats on, drinking and having good. We need to get back to that, y'all. I'm telling you no lie. I'm trying to meet me people that's in that energy. I'm keeping my eyes open. And I can tell that other people want this too. Because I've had random people like come out of their yard and be like, "How you doing?" I'm like, they want the same thing I want. But it's like everyone that's like want this, I noticed that they're my age group. They're like in their 40s or they're in their late 30s. They're over 35. And it's like I'm worried about the younger generation. Like I'm scared for them. How it's like everything is just about like going to work to them. That's scary. I just don't think a lot of the young generation is going to have the privilege of growing old. I don't think they are. We're going to start seeing, we're going to hear in the future that there's a young generation, they're going to be dropping dead in their 50s, y'all. And it's real sad. They're going to be dropping dead in their 50s. I'm telling you. I know what it's like. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to have all these things, I'm telling y'all. I get so sad in here sometimes, y'all. I miss it so much that sometimes I cry and I say, God, please take me back. Please. Please. And it's true. Even my husband one day said, I'm tired of this. Because his friends, they didn't got sucked into into this time period. And he's not. And he's like, I'm tired of this. I said, so am I. And we started doing the things that we did in the 90s and nobody wanted to do it with us. Like nobody, y'all. It's crazy. We went from going camping with like 20 people to just me and him. Like nobody want to go camping. Nobody want to go sit at the fire pit and drink and listen to tunes. Nobody want to do that. Me and him did that by ourselves from 2001 to 3 years ago. Because everybody, once the 2000s hit, everybody that we knew got low vibration. All they wanted to do was be on YouTube. All they wanted to do was be on Facebook. They didn't want to do nothing 90-ish with us. Telling y'all. We are not getting nowhere near as the amount of daylight and sun we're supposed to get. I'm surprised that we live in this long. To be honest, I'm surprised that the human race is lasting this long. Is how long so many of us sit in the house without the sky, especially in the north. I mean, the brain's got to be suffering. I mean, it's like if you go outside for 2-3 hours a day, you're in way higher vibration than most people. Now that's deep. That's deep. Excuse me, y'all. It's just wild, y'all. It's really sad. I know. With me, I went back to doing the '90s stuff, and I just had the breakthrough in my life, y'all. I had the breakthrough of my life, and it was like it was always the answer. And I just feel so sad for so many people that they don't understand. They don't understand that this life is not about chasing money, and it's not about how many dudes and girls you have. It's about enjoying yourself. The rich people know this, y'all. They know this, y'all. They're using their money to do all kind of fun stuff. That's what and that's what they were using their money for when they did spend it. Before they was even rich, when they did spend their money, they was using their money to do fun things that would get them rich. Like, I mean, I can't. If all those if our life was recorded in the '90s, those videos would be all our lives would be viral on YouTube. Cause that's just how much fun we were having. Constant fun. We knew there was shooters. Yeah, we knew there was gangs. But we were like, nah, we still gonna live our life. We're not living in fear. No, we had our switchblades on us or whatever, and we're like, we're gonna keep this show going. We still gonna go outside all day, all night if we want. We was pretty bold, pretty bold. A lot of people today ain't bold. Bold people live the best lives. I'm telling you, no lie. That's how I started being bold. I started being bold when I saw all the girls in high school. They was having the better days than me, the finer dudes with them, more opportunities because they was bolder. Well, y'all, I'm going to smoke my CBD because I do what we do in the 90s. I don't smoke weed, but I'm going to smoke my CBD every night from now on and drink my wine. And I'm damn sure going to listen to my music and do my hair, tweak my hair, tame my hair a little bit, maybe shape up my feet and my nails before I go to sleep. And I'm going to get my clothes out. We got our clothes out most of the time the night before. Y'all. And every week I'm going out, y'all. I'm ghost. I'm gone. I'm gone. I don't. Y'all gonna hear me saying where Miss V.I. now. I don't care. I'm going somewhere 3 days a week, but I'm not gonna be sitting in no house at nighttime. I didn't sit in the house at night every night in the 90s. I'm not doing it in this time. I'm not. I don't care if I might go to the movies Friday nights. I might go to the mall Saturday nights. I might go to karaoke or to the local bar, or nightclub dance, but I'm going. Shoot, I might go to a poetry reading or slam poetry, find one to see if there's one still available. But money gonna come, y'all. Look, there's all kind of ways you can get money. Money come and go. But time you ain't getting back. You ain't getting it back. Just remember that. Just remember that when you keep doing the same thing every day, every night, every evening, same old boring, lonely life, wearing the same old stuff, thinking the same old negative stuff about yourself, that time you're not getting back. Just keep saying that. When you fighting with people who just don't, who refuse to change, who don't want to enjoy life with you, you're not getting that time back. Just keep telling yourself that. When you hanging out with boring people who don't know how to laugh, don't know how to laugh at themselves, don't want to crack jokes too serious, don't want to go nowhere, you're not getting your time back. Just keep saying that, y'all. Bye, everybody. I hope I see y'all on my lifestyle channel. Who knows what I who knows where I'll be, but I'm not going. I'm not going to be in the same place every week. I know that. Okay. And let me tell y'all, I'm going to tell y'all this for the road. This is for the road. Do you know the growth that you want will happen soon as you start just living your life and having fun? You say your hair ain't growing. I'm telling you no lie. When you start having fun and living a spontaneous, adventurous life, your hair will grow. Your body will get leaner. It will automatically get better. I'm telling you no lie. Unless you got alopecia or a medical condition, your hair will start to grow because your body will start to improve because it's getting abundant of happy hormones. Happy hormones is like candy to your body, but good candy. So you have to literally keep rushing your body with those happy hormones. If you want to reverse aging, if you want tighter looking skin, if you want glowier hair, stronger hair, if you want to be slimmer, if you want to be wiser, more creative, the word is fun, y'all. Fun. Free-spirited fun. Take risk as well, y'all. Okay? Fall in love. Try falling in love with somebody every year. So it didn't work out. On to the next. Oh, okay, I fell in love with somebody this year. Yeah, I got to be in love. But, you know, they switched up on me. So what? On to the next. That's how we were in the 90s. I fell for this guy this summer. He turned out to be a player. So what? On to the next. The show must go on. Oh, you're very welcome, present moment. I'll see y'all later. If y'all enjoyed this video, feel free to let me know. If you want to send a donation, you can send a donation to my Cash App at Coach B Hunter. I'm going to go ahead and smoke, y'all, and have me a little bit of wine and do my little bit of grooming, get my clothes out. And if you don't have a car, some of y'all might be like, I can't do stuff. Get you a bus pass. Nothing stopped us in the 90s. Nothing. Nothing. We did not. Okay, I ain't got a car, but I'm going to go ahead and get a bus. Because my life has got to go on. It has got to go on. Okay, bye everybody. See y'all later.